Hey guys, before the video starts, I'd just like to say I am so sorry. I totally thought my mic was all good. I had it muted the entire time. So, yeah, we'll just have a little bit of a mixed me talking over background footage of the update while I showcase it in the background. Same goes for the Paradise Quests video. There'll be a disclaimer in front of that one, but yikes. Oh, I wish I had checked sooner. I'm so upset. What's up, guys? Blue back with another video, and let me get a change of outfit real quick. There we go, looking stylish. Let's get into this update, shall we? As always, here's your friendly reminder to use a supported creator code in the item shop. Right now, the Fortnite Champion Series items are in there and are yours to claim. Alright, first of all, let's get into the map updates for the final changes of the season. First of all is Tainted Towers being the change for Tilted Towers. The clock tower has been raised into the air to avoid the chrome. The tennis court and the buildings closer to the hillside have already been chromed, with a couple pillars being added. After that, we have the mansion of the hillside officially having the change be moved and some chrome being added to that area. It's been grayed out. Don't really need to land there unless you want a complete map. Finally, we have the cute cabin on the hillside near Grim Gables being raised into the sky to be avoided by the chrome. Overall, pretty solid map.
We've been in a bit of a holding pattern, waiting for the next phase of my orders to trigger.
That's not true. We've executed Operation Rescue the Scientist versions 1 through 46. I really think number 47 is gonna be the one.
The translator's picking up a weak signal, which means the paradigm's back. Here, Amy built these new signal boosters to, boost the tree signal. So, point the signal boosters at the tree, and we'll pick up the paradigm's message.
Okay, so this is the post commentary I was going to do. In the background, you'll get to see my showcase footage of the update, while in the foreground, you're going to get my thoughts on Chapter 3 as a whole, and then the entirety of Chapter 3, Season 4. Now, the season started off very strong with... we had the Herald Sanctum, we had Lustrous Lagoon, POIs floating around, Chrome weapons. Very good, very good. I loved this season. We've had great updates every other week. Very good map changes, except for, I believe, the last 2 updates. They've been pretty lackluster, with us only getting Grim Gables and, I guess, less swimmable area over at the Reality Tree, considering most of that was just water around the base. So technically more playable area. But I digress. Chapter 3, Season 4 has been great gameplay-wise. It's been pretty good gameplay-wise. The keys for the vaults around the map, instead of having to have partners and squad mates so you can do that higher loot in solos, was a very nice change. The goo gun, very good. Chrome weapons, great. Chrome splash is great. Everything about the season gameplay-wise was phenomenal. Lore-wise, at first I was skeptical. I'm like, oh, we're just going to beat this threat. But no, they showcased how dangerous the chrome really is. Right off the bat, we watched 3 members of the 7 get melted into chrome. We watched it engulf their home base. And then we've seen it slowly take over more and more of the map. And then more recently, the Coliseum over at Cloudy Condos was melted and is no longer existent. So they made the chrome an actual threat, so it's very believable that this is going to be a chapter-ending threat. Cosmetics, I'm not really gonna care about that. Replayability with this season, I came back probably once or twice a week after recording an update video to play. That didn't really happen when I was doing anything for Chapter 3, Season 3. Vibin was a fairly boring season, and it was definitely the weakest of that. Speaking of, in my thoughts for all seasons of the chapter, if I have to put these into A, B, C, and D, or like rank them 1, 2, 3, and 4, we'll just go A, B, C, D. A tier chapter. We'll go from my least favorite up. D tier season has got to be Vibin. We only got pretty much new content every other update, and then map changes were pretty much the inverse. Normally I get on to check out map changes and content in the same day, but Fortnite decided to switch that up, and that made recording very hard because it would just be like you get a map change, and then next week you get a new item. It was very weak. The C tier season of Chapter 3 would probably have to be given to Season 1. Now, everyone knows that C tier is like slightly below average, like it is like average, you know. Well, let's shift this up. C, B, A, and S. C tier, below average, Chapter 3, Season 3, Vibin. Average is definitely Season 1, you know, flipped after we watched that phenomenal event, The End, Chapter 2 finale, where we watched the island flip over. It was very refreshing to get a bunch of new content, and then like pretty much every other week we were getting new things, new guns, not necessarily new POIs, but like then we got the big map changes. We got 2 big map changes. We got the Rave Cave, not the Rave Cave, we got Covert Cavern and Tilted Towers, which was very nice because everyone loved Tilted, and that was like right around Christmas time. And then Covert Cavern came later in the season. That was a very good season though, but it was very solid average season. Chapter 3 Season 2 is S tier. Now, I just have to go ahead and do that immediately because I already have given my thoughts on Chapter 3 Season 4 very clearly, showing that's just an above average season, you know. It's very good, it's got some great highs, but it's got some pretty significant lows that drag it down to where it's not the best season of the chapter. Now, Chapter 3 Season 2 Resistance. Oh my god, what a good season. I am a huge fan of the 7 and IO, so finally getting to see that conflict take place on the map, the slow making of progress until we had surrounded the collider, only to find out that we weren't going to be winning this if we didn't have a last-ditch effort, all leading up to the collision event. Oh man, what a phenomenally executed season. Definitely deserves S tier, number 1, top of the line season for Chapter 3. Overall, if I have to rank them first, second, and third with the other chapters, Chapter 1 is definitely second. Chapter 2 is... no, Chapter 1 is always number 1 for me. I really like it, and this isn't like a clear distinction of ABC. It's like if I could have them play out, that's the one I'd want to go to first. So Chapter 1, I definitely want to go back to first. Chapter 3, I would definitely go back to and maybe tweak some of the seasons, tweak some of the things that happened throughout seasons 1 and 3. And then the third one I'd go back to is Chapter 2. Now, despite loving 2 of the most hated seasons, I can understand why those were the most hated, and I would definitely get those changed if I needed to. There wasn't a lot of map changes. There were some very big absences, and most of that was due to COVID. Epic Games had to suddenly shift everything back, you know? And it was just a very odd time in the world. So most of Chapter 2 was affected by COVID. But that's all right. But Chapter 3 I definitely put in the second place. So yeah. Again, to cover rankings and close out the commentary before we get into the editing of how this season, my like final win of the season. I'm not going to be really playing unless it's with friends off camera for the event. Again, seasons ranked. Season 3 is C tier. Season 1 is B tier. Season 4 is A tier. And then season 2 is S. And then for placing the chapter, the event will probably shift it. I can't rank that event yet, but we will give it a nice little rating. Oh, I'm cracking my knuckles. I really need to stop my little fidgets. But season, what is it? There it is. Chapter 1, first place. Chapter 3, second place. Chapter 2, third place. Now we're going to get a little nice cut to black, and you guys are going to get to enjoy the last game, my last really good game of the season. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. So sorry. One last thing. I ended up getting to walk through the house in Shiny that I always land at. Figured I should let that walk play out with some music to pay tribute to it. Enjoy, guys.